This January, Disney Plus is the home to new stories, new journeys, and new beginnings, with Disney's national treasure Edge of History, as well as Star Wars Bad Batch Season 2 for the older kids in your family. Months have passed since the events on Kamino, and the Bad Batch continue their journey navigating the Empire after the fall of the Republic. I'm definitely looking forward to that new national treasure show for one of our Friday family movie nights to cuddle up on the couch with some popcorn. All these and more streaming this month only on Disney Plus. Hey friends, it's Mr. Jim and welcome back to Kids Short Stories. I'm so excited that you're here. If this is your first time, welcome to the family. You see, every single day we make a new story for you based on the submissions that you send me. So you send your ideas on our website, kidshortstories.com, and I turn them into a daily adventure. Make sure that you smash the follow button so you don't miss out on any of our awesome stories every single day. Are you ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! It was a cloudy but pretty nice day as Theo was playing with his friends outside. They were at the playground in their neighborhood and having a ton of fun racing around and playing all kinds of different playground games. 7, 8, 9, 10, ready or not, here I come! Shouted Theo as he uncovered his eyes with his hands and started to look around. I don't see anybody. Where did they go? He started looking around the playground, and pretty soon he found that everybody had crawled inside of one of those slides that's like a tube. Yeah, they were all squeezed inside and had nowhere to go but down. I got you all! Shouted Theo as one by one they slid down the slide right into his hand. I guess that wasn't a good idea for us all to get in that slide, said one of his friends. And then all of a sudden, drip, drop, drip, drop. Oh no, it's starting to rain, shouted Theo. All right, guys, well, I guess we'll play more tomorrow, said one of his friends. Bye, Theo. They all waved and ran their different directions to head home. Theo was pretty bummed because they were having a ton of fun and then it just had to end all of a sudden and unexpectedly. Oh, change can be hard, right? Yeah, sometimes when we're playing or doing something that we really want to do, all of a sudden something happens that changes our plans. Just like what happened to Theo. They were having a ton of fun. Then that rain came out of nowhere. Theo grabbed his things and started running home. He didn't want to get completely soaked, so he ran as fast as he could. His parents were waiting for him at the door as he ran up the driveway. Theo! Holy smokes, that rain came out of nowhere, they said. Yeah, and it totally ruined this awesome game we were playing at the park. I'm super bummed. Oh, come here, said his parents. They gave him a big hug and a big squeeze and said, we know that can be really frustrating to all of a sudden just change your plans, but maybe we can play something better inside. Come on. His parents wrapped a towel around Theo and helped him dry off and let him inside. The rest of the day did end up being really fun. They did some cool indoor art projects. But later in the afternoon, something amazing was about to happen to change Theo's life forever. Hey Theo, why don't you run upstairs and see if there's any games in your closet that we could play together? That's a great idea, said Theo. He raced over to his room as fast as he could. He really liked playing games and had a ton in his closet, many of which that he had never played before, but he was wanting to try something new. Do you like playing games like board games or card games? Yes, those are super fun to do with your friends and family. I have many that I love to play. What's your favorite? Well, as Theo got to his room and opened up his closet door, he looked at the shelf of all the games to choose from. There were many, and it was hard to pick just one. Which one have I not played yet? Theo said to himself. this one all the way back here. I don't think we've ever played this one. He reached to the back on the side of his shelf. There was a game that it looked like it had fallen off the shelf, and he had to reach all the way back to grab it. And as he pulled it out, he saw that there was something stuck even further back behind there. What is that? Must be an old instructions manual to one of these games. As he got down on his hands and knees and stuck his arm way back there behind the shelf, he pulled it out, and it was very dusty. Wait a second, I've never seen something like this before, said Theo. It was a very old-looking, kind of like piece of paper, but it was thicker than paper, almost like leather. He grabbed it and that other game and brought it back down to the table where his parents were. So this is the game that I wanted to play, said Theo as he set it down on the table. But check out this thing. He started to open it up on the table, and then it unrolled kind of like a scroll. And as it unrolled across the table, it spewed a whole bunch of dust in all of their faces. Whoa! Theo, where did you find this? It was back behind all of my games. I've never seen this thing before. It was wedged all the way back behind the dresser. All three of them leaned closer to the table to get a closer look at what in the world he had found. It didn't take long before they all came to the same conclusion. Theo, this looks like a treasure map. But it's not real, right? Like, this has just got to be a pretend one, right? Asked Theo. I don't know. If it was behind that old dresser in your closet, we didn't bring that dresser here. When we moved into the house, that dresser was already there. And so if you found something back behind there, you think this is actually real? Shouted Theo. His eyes were very big, his hands were on the side of his head, and all three of them were speechless. Well, let's see if we can figure out where this map is located, said one of his parents. You see, every single treasure map, it will tell you a little bit of where it is. Maybe there's a big mountain nearby, and so then on the treasure map there will be a big mountain there. Or maybe an old tree, or a lake. There's all kinds of different things. Those are called landmarks that someone would put on a treasure map to help you guide you to where the treasure is. Are those 3 stones right there? Theo's finger was pointing to the edge of the map, and there were 3 big, wobbly circles that looked like stones. Right by the park, there's those 3 really big rocks. Do you think that's where the treasure map is talking about? Asked Theo. That's actually probably true. You're right. Right next to the park are those 3 big rocks, and they look just like these here on the map, said one of his parents. I want to go check it out. Can I put on some boots and a rain jacket and go to the park and see if there's really those 3 rocks that look just like this? Both his parents looked at each other and nodded and said, yeah, you can do that. Just make sure you put on your boots and rain jacket and maybe an umbrella too. Just stay dry and don't get too muddy. They barely finished their sentence before Theo ran off to go get his stuff to stay dry in the rain. What started off as, kind of a hard day because of the changing of the plans has turned into possibly one of Theo's greatest days ever. Will he discover a treasure? Is this map real? Or is it just an old piece of paper? I'm not sure, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens on the next episode of Kids Short Stories. Hey friends, I need your help celebrating a birthday. Drum roll, please. Happy birthday, Liberty, who's turning 5 years old. Liberty is an amazing gymnast, loves to dance, and is pretty hilarious, so I hear. That's so cool, Liberty. I'm so glad we got to celebrate you and your big day on the show. Happy 5th birthday, Liberty. Well, my friends, I hope you all have a super duper day, and I will see you on our next adventure. Bye! This January, Disney Plus is the home to new stories, new journeys, and new beginnings, with Disney's National Treasure Edge of History, as well as Star Wars Bad Batch Season 2 for the older kids in your family. Months have passed since the events on Kamino, and the Bad Batch continue their journey navigating the Empire after the fall of the Republic. I'm definitely looking forward to that new National Treasure show for one of our Friday family movie nights to cuddle up on the couch with some popcorn. All these and more streaming this month only on Disney Plus.